Hey everyone, I'm here to talk a bit about another healing methodology that is gaining traction today, and that's the use of psychedelics. There are many different plant medicines that can be used for a range of different needs. I worked with psilocybin mushrooms for a number of years, and it had a massively transformative effect on me. As a young person, I remember at age 15, 16, experimenting with alcohol, drinking beers, coolers with friends on the weekend, right up through high school and university, into my adulthood, up until I was, around 40. Alcohol was a really important factor in my life. I craved it wherever I went, whether it be a party or a hike or some other event. Alcohol was always on the menu for me, so to speak. It helped me to feel good. It helped me to feel in control. It helped me to feel myself, that I could be myself more fully. My father had been an alcoholic, and I knew that it had a hold on me. I was disciplined enough never to abuse. I never got really drunk. I could stop at a couple of drinks, no problem. But I never liked how I could rationalize a drink or rationalize a second drink, and I could do that a few times a week. And I stopped buying alcohol because it was a temptation for me. And so I met psilocybin mushrooms. I had a friend who encouraged me to try. I did a lot of research. I started with about 2 grams just to get a sense of how psilocybin made me feel. I made tea with it. I learned how to make tea with it. And with guidance from experienced people, I worked myself up to doing a 5-gram dose, a 7-gram dose. I went to 9 grams and 11 grams. So I did a number of different journeys. And incredibly, after one of my journeys, I think it was the 7-gram journey, it was a really difficult one for me. I remember being curled up in a ball on the floor, just sobbing my eyes out, just letting so much out. It felt like this total purge, and I didn't even really know what I was crying about. I wasn't reliving any moment from my past. I was just deeply feeling. And these plant medicines, what they do is they show you where you're out of alignment. They're going to bring you to the pain, to the heaviness, to the energy inside that needs attention. I can also remember at one point I was seated, and I can remember holding my younger self in my lap, like I had a version of myself. I could see myself as a 6-year-old, and I remember sending him so much love and telling him how proud I was of him and telling him how sorry I was about all the things he had to go through. It was this beautiful connection between a younger part of myself. And, as with any trip, there are some heavy moments, but there are some profoundly beautiful moments too. I also can remember feeling like the mother was singing to me. The music was singing to me, and she was holding me and carrying me. I felt so loved. I felt so held. I felt so supported. And the interesting thing was, right away I knew that my relationship with alcohol had changed. I was almost repulsed by it for some time. I just didn't need it. And yet I could be that more joyous, more peaceful, more confident self without anything. I remember noticing one day that, you know what, I am laughing at myself and chuckling with myself. It was almost like I now had a relationship with myself that was one of ease and peace and humor. And in the past, it took me alcohol to get to that place. Now I didn't need it. So today I can have a glass of wine here and there. I don't very often. It can be a few months between glasses. It can be a month between a glass of wine. I love the taste of red wine here and there. I know it's not a great thing to consume, and I just don't need it, you know. So psilocybin mushrooms was such a gift for me. Now I do want to highlight that it's really important to have professionals who can guide you through this process, and it's also very important to do a lot of your own research, okay? Because these psychedelics are going to take you to a place that can be really difficult. Some people have really difficult trips. It's important to be with someone who knows how to guide in those situations. There are local organizations. I did training with an organization in Vancouver that specializes in psilocybin assisted therapy, and you know, they suggest 5.5 to 6 gram a journey is the way to go, but one needs to do it with professionals to make it an effective and safe experience. The pre-work is critical. The intentions you set, the preparations beforehand are really critical. The actual journey itself, there's many things to learn and understand about how best to set up for that. Headphones are really important. Bluetooth is helpful, so you're not corded to anything, because you will have to get up and use the washroom and move around. You might change your position many times. What else? The music is so critical. There are professionals like Kalen Mendel, who you can find on Wave Paths. I've used his Spotify compilations that are about 5.5 hours long. They are scientifically matched to the journey that psilocybin mushrooms provides a person, because certainly there's building and there's a high point and then a drop, and there can be another high point and a drop. The music is sort of orchestrated to guide you and be with you and carry you through this journey and bring out and evoke in you all sorts of incredible things. And then there's the post work, where the integration is critical, and having somebody that can help you lovingly understand and plan and move forward in your life, so important. One of the cool things I learned about psilocybin mushrooms is the following. Many of you have probably heard about brain neuroplasticity, the idea that the neural pathways in our brain are part of a program that are etched in there and carry information, carry thinking patterns, and so on. It's like a scheme that is in operation and is continuous and connected to the unconscious within us. It's like we have an opportunity to change this program, to sort of upgrade the software, if you will. You know, one of the metaphors I learned in my training was, think of, you know, a ski run where skier after skier after skier all day long has gone through and used the same tracks in the snow. After a while, those tracks become very deep and very evident, and that becomes the path that flows through one's brain. When you do a psilocybin journey, what happens is it heavily snows. And those grooves that carry unhealthy thinking patterns and such, they get sort of smoothed out, where you now have an opportunity to reprogram, to reintroduce something into your system. So it's really important post work with psilocybin mushrooms to have the opportunity to reimagine, to create, to feel the way that you want to see as your new normal. So there's lots to learn about engaging with this work. Very, very profound, these plant medicines, and for more significant traumas and addictions, we have ayahuasca, we have iboga, which are also very, very powerful psychedelics. If anyone's interested, I highly recommend a couple of films that are from Vancouver, which is close to where I am now, and the films are titled Dosed, D-O-S-E-D, Dosed 1 and Dosed 2. Both films highlight the power of these plant medicines and show how powerful they are at healing, particularly when nothing else has worked. So I really believe that the future of healing and increasing consciousness will be aided by these plant medicines, and it's certainly had a massive impact on my life, and it's just that they are powerful and they need to be treated with the utmost respect and certainly gratitude. I thank you for listening to my my little talk here on psilocybin mushrooms. I hope you're enjoying this this beautiful place that I find myself in today out here in Garibaldi Park near Squamish. We are very blessed here in British Columbia, BC. So until next time, I wish you joy, I wish you healing, I wish you transformation, and until next time, peace.